Hello and welcome to the Slip Sis YouTube channel. I'm Che.
I'm Gabs.
We are completely unhinged again. I'm
Haven't even
sure it
started
will.
yet.
I guess it never stopped. But welcome to episode 36 of the podcast. We are very unbalanced in what we have to show for you all, but that's okay. I'm still coming to you from Southern California. Gabs is in Northern California. Today is Saturday, March 16th. It has been quite a while due to many things going on. I guess we could add a life update at the end to kind of catch folks up on what we've been doing. All our information is down below. I will absolutely forget, and I'm sure Gabs and I will both forget to say things. So we do our best to link things, but also that's not entirely my talent either. So just shoot us a message, add a comment if there's anything that we've missed. Happy to answer. Do you have any design things to talk about?
Well, I was supposed to release Grown Up Sneakling last week, but that didn't happen because in the life update, you'll find out why that didn't happen. It's nothing serious. It just got busy. Um, so stay tuned for whenever I get my act together. The goal is to do it before Knit for Food next week.
Ooh.
We can do some kind of promo. The pattern is ready. I literally just have to do the marketing portion of it.
Ugh.
Yeah, so we're not there yet, but it's been a busy one. It's been hectic.
Well, I only have one pattern that would be ready, and I'm still waiting on my tester. So my tester is my sister. It's fine. I don't care.
Don't worry, she's not throwing shade to some random tester out on the
It's
internet.
literally Gabs. I'm not stressed. I hope my sister's definitely not stressed. Like of all the people in this world who do not get stressed by me, Gabrielle is public enemy number one. Um,
Absolutely. Everyone else gets so flustered by her when she's upset or something. You're fine.
she's fine. Yeah. Okay, but I have a bazillion FOs. Did you want to do yours first?
Yes, I have one. And this may not even be an FO from this podcast. We just haven't done it in so long that I can't remember. I did finish these love story socks. I'm pretty sure I talked about these already. But I finished these love story socks. Chaylee and I are doing a sock swap. Last year we did monthly, which was too much.
That was a lot.
So this year we're doing quarterly, which we had to finish them by March 31st, and it's
Nailed
March
it.
16th. And I've definitely finished these sometime in February or
No.
March. There is a Craft With Me vlog, which is maybe why I think I've shown these. That it on our YouTube channel if you want to check that out. These are Country Fair, County Fair
County
by,
Fair.
by Destination Yarn. And then all of the minis are the Floral and Fauna Advent Calendar that Chaylee designed the sock pattern for, which is Let Me See You Get a Lotus, for Earl Grey Fiber Company, who is sadly not dyeing yarn anymore. And she was one of our very favorite dyers.
For
Uh,
sure.
so I finished them. I have not worn them yet because I own a lot of socks, like a lot of socks. So I just keep hoarding my new ones and wearing my old kind of ratty looking ones until there are holes in them and then calling it good. But that is my one and only FO. But when you see my whips, you will understand why I have no FOs. Over to you and your 70,000 FOs.
Okay, I actually am currently weaving in the ends on the most recent one. Technically, Gabs has another FO, but it's like a FO, half FO, because like I think in the meantime I had knit another pair for Lenny, right? With these socks, and Gabs added in the time. Gonna have to talk because I'm choking
So,
on.
um, Chaylee knits the sock tube for Eleanor, my younger daughter, and then she mails them to me, and then I pop the heels in. But we've still been having issues, or I've been having issues with Lenny's feetses and them staying up. So the solution that me and Eleanor have come to And it's a great solution. And all you purist knitters out there are going to want to chuck your needles at me. So I put the socks on my kid, and then I put hair ties on her little ankles and use the hair ties to keep her socks up. And you know what? It works, and she's happy. So
That's like Uncle Boy when he puts the rubber bands around his sock that he stretched out.
yeah, yeah. So I'm not really sure what the issue is. I think I'm placing the heel incorrectly because it's super shallow because it's only like 4 rounds. So I'm gonna try lengthening the heel, or lengthening where I place it. And then maybe I'm gonna try some ribbing. Maybe I'm gonna try a heel flap and gusset. I don't know. I gotta try some stuff, but Eleanor still loves them.
We did get a very good suggestion from one of our viewers to do like a full ribbed tube, which is an excellent suggestion. I just already reject magic loop with my soul, and I don't think I could bear to do a whole ribbing tube. Good. Gabz is flopping about. Okay, but these are like really hot off the needles. Upon seeing, which Gabz can correct me if I'm incorrect, if I am inaccurate in my retelling of this, but upon seeing her sister's pairs of knitted socks, the eldest of my nieces also wanted socks, and she personally called me to request them. And I'm a sucker for anything those princesses want. So these are Lottie's socks, and she requested blue and pink. So she gets blue and pink. So the blue is Deep Blue Sea from Aunt Jenny Makes, and the pink it was like a kind of a limited edition, like sock pairing from Lydia Yarns. There wasn't really a name for the color. I already used this. If you remember, I had socks that I did like the 2 striping method from the
Your
Crazy
Eeyore
Sock
and Piglet
Lady.
box.
Yes, it was pink and gray. So it looked like Eeyore and Piglet. And so she got these. I'm going to leave this one turned inside out though, so I don't forget to snip the ends. They are all woven in though. So these are for lots. And I'm going to visit Gabz over Easter, which is coming up at the end of this month. Oh, maybe we'll be able to podcast in person. How exciting. Sorry.
That's likely with all of the things that my daughters want to do with their aunt.
I'm sure it'll happen at 9 o'clock at night, like this one. That is also why
8:13.
what?
It's 8:13
It's
p.m.
8:13, pardon me. We can also tell them why we're podcasting at 8:13 p.m. later. But these are for Lottie. And so these will get brought up to her. Don't worry, the whip is for Lenny. We'll show that in a little bit. Even. And then they both get drawings too. Okay. I don't know what my order is of when I made things. So, shoots, I didn't bring my sock blockers out here. That's okay. We can imagine them. So I also just finished these socks today. These are my Nitty Natty socks.
Well,
And
those are cute.
don't they look like a tea party? Like a garden party?
Yes, it's giving like Alice in Wonderland.
Yes. So these are the knit tea, as in like tea. Um
Yes, I would not have understood that if you hadn't done the hand gesture.
Thank you, Gabz. Natty colorway from Arkansas Yarn Company that I definitely broke the yarn fast for because I was wishy-washy about it. I was like, no, I want it. So I bought it. Don't worry, Gabz gets the extras. So it's like sharing, so it makes it cheaper. And then I have no idea what the green is from. I'm pretty sure it's from a sock set from Earl Grey Fiber Company that was like snow pears or something that I actually used for our saguaro mitts. I think this is the green from that, but I cannot be true. I cannot be sure. And I did a little pop of color cuff like the Crazy Sock Lady does, and then did contrast heel and toe on these. And I actually did a little bit longer for the cuff. It ends up being like 3 with the pop of color, and then I did a 15. So it's like 18 total. I usually just do 15. So it feels extra spicy to have that. And then this is my tote no float that I made for myself because I wanted to check off the use of what is it, like natural or plant-based fiber on the bingo card, and I had cotton. But I didn't really, it's the float tote by Nitty Natty pattern, which is designed, you can do like color work with it. And I guess it wouldn't really matter because this one would be a single skein one anyways, but it's great for like color work because you can there you go. See the little blobbles, I guess the floats. I don't know what they're called. But then there's that insert that also goes in. But I was like, I don't want to make all that. Plus, I don't think I had enough of the cotton. So I just made the tote. So it's like a little project bag for myself. And I think this was just plain cream. I did the sugaring cream. And then this was called Sea Glass, which I bought at Joann. So this was easy peasy. It took me like the span of Wonder Woman to make this. So however long Wonder Woman was, that's how long it took me to make the tote.
Wonder Woman the movie, not like how tall the person is.
Well, yeah, Wonder Woman the movie with Gal Gadot. Did you know that she's Wonder Woman?
Yes, I did. You know she's also in Fast and the Furious.
Yeah. And she's back. Spoilers. Okay. And then I also recently, well, not recently, last week finished another pair of socks with interesting, contrast. These are my unicorn giggles socks. I just posted these. It's like you're not active on our Instagram, Gabz. So these are, the main color is Unicorn Giggles from Knitted Wit, which was used on a different project. So it was already caked up and I didn't use a lot of it on said other project. So since it was already ready to go, I wanted to make it. But then I had been coveting how the crazy sock lady did some striping on her socks. So I wanted to repeat. And so I used Boysenberry, which is this beautiful purple from Pancake and Lulu, to do some stripings. Each stripe is 5 rounds, and then there's 2 rounds in between. You just kind of see it because that's where like the variegated comes in. And then for these, I same 5 and 2, but I only did 2 stripes. And I'm kind of liking like this like varsity look that I feel like I'm getting from them. So I'm now
Preppy, and preppy is very in, apparently.
right, but also like fun because they're pink and purple socks. So I think I might make some more of these. I feel like I'm a little bit in my striping era right now as well, because I also finished these socks a while ago and added a little bit of striping at the bottom there. So these are actually, Gabs picked out the yarn for me. I don't know if she remembers this, but I gave her a choice verbally. Huh?
This is bruised
This
plum.
is purple peach that we keep thinking is bruised peach. And then this was cloud something?
Cloudborne.
Cloudborne, this lovely gray that I added this little stripe for. So I did 2 rows and then 3 rows after it to complete these are DK. So this is purple peach from Walk Yarn, which was purchased from Stephen and Penelope when my friend went to Amsterdam, plus pop of color. So we are just thriving right now. And then, I guess I'm almost ready to release a new pattern, which I should have gotten my act together on, but forgot about. This is my crochet hat that we have been using a million times for. And so this I will write up and make as a free pattern. I really liked the name Gary suggested for it, which I think was like beanie factor, like benefactor or something like that. I have to look it up to see what he suggested, because we have basically been using this pattern for all our like donation knitting because it's super easy to work out. It is crochet. Mine did have a little bit of you can see the seam here. I don't know if that bothers me or not. And you can just see it better because instead of doing like a DK or worsted, I did fingering and mohair. So I think you can just see it a little bit more, but I don't know. If that were me, I would just put it at the bottom since it's slouchy anyways. But the yarn for this is Knit Picks Mohair, the Aloft, and it's in white. And then the fingering weight is Pretty Ass from Whimsical Wood Yarn Company. And you can see some very interesting flashing that happened there. Okay, only 2 more. So sorry, we're kind of in the Shaylee show right now, and I have to get up for these because they are both blankets. So I finished my Daphne Afghan in 5 days, like a baller, because I was obsessively crocheting on it. Look at that bad boy. So the Daphne Afghan is a pattern by TL Yarn Crafts, and you make the different quadrants. And so I used all the different like contrast ones are my Land Before Time Advent, from Yarnaceous Fiber Company. And then I thought I would have plenty of yarn using just 200-gram skeins of pink. Wrong, because I held it double. So I used just a variety of different 100-gram skeins of pink. So these two, the pink is La Francis Handmade Neapolitan. This is Suburban Stitcher Flutter. And then this one is Shoots Knit Style Yarns Fallen Fairy. And
I'm
then
sorry.
I didn't have enough to join it. So that's when I caked up the Knitted Wit Unicorn Giggles to join everything. And I added it as the border.
Nice.
Thank you.
Good
I'm
job.
pretty impressed that I remembered all of that. And so this bad boy has been folded up for, also I used my sister's good idea because I actually only had 31, but I needed 32 for each quadrant, so it was even. So this bad boy didn't actually come in the advent. This one was added in. This is an Earl Grey Fiber Company as well. So I did adapt the pattern to do 8 contrast colors instead of the 6 that the pattern suggested. I'm saying it suggested it. I suppose it would be called for it. But now I can use this blankie. Hold on. And since the last time we podcasted, I finished my second chevron granny blankie. And this one is even bigger. So this one I did 198, I think, across. And I held it. I had some magic knot balls because I frogged my plain granny's blanket because that was taking 50 years and used that to start this blanket and then added in the magic knot ball I had already been using. So that was around 600 something plus grams of just the scrappiness. So then I didn't have enough of one kind of yarn to hold it double with, and to keep with the general not buying yarn vibe that we've committed to this year. I just use a variety of creamish yarns that I already had in the blanket. I do not remember them all, but I think I remember to link them all in my project page. You really can't tell where they're different unless you look up close to it. And I really enjoyed it because not only did you get the excitement of changing the colors of the magic novel.
You're just over here acting like a talking blanket. Just what you're doing.
Well, I just thought they would be more interested in seeing the blanket than me. So I was trying to show it. But as I was saying before I was rudely interrupted, is not only do you get the excitement of changing between your magic knot ball colors, but also when you run out of yarn on when you're holding it double with, then you switch it up, which is equally exciting. This is the blanket. If you watched the last episode where I had the oopsie, where I did something bad and stopped crocheting in the middle of it. So I had to kind of put in a patch. So it's fine. And it's fine. We said this episode was a little unhinged, and this blanket is a great example of it. That's my last FO, I think. Your turn, Gabz.
For whips?
Yes.
Okay, so I have a lot of whips, which is why I have no FOs. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Oh, I have one.
Do you want to keep talking or do you need a break?
Maybe just put me in the middle.
Okay.
But I'm going to go get my scissors to cut these ends while you start.
Okay. So this one, I've actually gotten work on it. This is my Battenberg blanket. Chaylee sends me all of her DK weight scraps, and I am making these cute little Battenberg squares out of her scraps, and she's gone away. So now I can't tell you what color it is because I don't know.
Is that not purple peach? What I just talked about.
Yeah, all right. So I've made 3, no.
Oh, geez.
I've made 3 and a little bit of purple peach, and I am at, I think, 150 something Battenbergs, and I need 180. So I'm almost done.
Ooh.
And I am once I join them all together, I'm going to re-gift the blanket back to my sister because really most of it is her yarn. Except for the joining color, which will be mine, that I also got for free. So I won't have paid for very much of this blanket. I love this bag. It is like one of my most favorite bags. Um, it's by DH Designs. And I got it at Pearls of Joy in Healdsburg, at the Wine Country Yarn Hop. Actually have 2 of them. I have this star one too, and I love them so much. And they're very affordable. Because some of the other ones that I've seen, which are also very beautiful, are not as affordable for me. So I love them a lot. That is my first whip. My next whip is my teeny tiny Granny Advent.
Oh God.
But it's not even that tiny anymore.
I
Like
don't believe you.
see?
Oh, good. One shoulder will be warm.
But isn't it crazy? Like this is all my fingering weight yarn scraps since December 1st of 2023. This is a lot of yarn.
It almost looks like paint swatches.
I know. I love this blanket so much. I'm working on weaving in my ends because I haven't done all of them. There are still no finished projects on Ravelry of this blanket. So now I have the goal to be the first finished
Oh,
project of it on Ravelry.
oh.
It will be a lap size blanket. My daughters are fighting over it. They both love it a lot and they both want it. And I haven't yet put it on the ground, so neither of them have been able to lay on top of it to claim it. So they keep like kind of circling like hyenas whenever I have it because they like to count it. I think they think it's like little number dots, so they like to count because Lenny's learning to count and Lottie can count. So, but it's coming out really cute. I really like it. The problem is if it was an easier blanket, I would just make another one for the other child, but
Oh
I guess I
God.
could do it as DK and that would be bigger. Or fingering.
It's got to be just the joining that takes forever.
Yeah, and the weaving in the ends,
You can't crochet them in.
not the start one,
Oh,
too thin. So I crochet like there are 4 ends per square, right?
right.
So I crochet over 2 of them, but this one, the end of the outside one is hard to crochet over as well. So, but I love it a lot. So I'm working on it. Um, that's project number 2. See, 2 blankets. That's why it's taking me
Oh,
some time.
Gabs, I accidentally had gauge issues on these socks. My bad.
Oh, I see that. That's okay. I am also working on a dinosaur advent for our uncle. It is quite large. And that's what I've basically spent my entire month doing. If you want to have like an in-depth experience of me with me, um, un I guess unwrapping, unboxing the advents that were part of this, I have separate vlogs, so I won't go into it in huge depth, but look how big it is, Bay.
Hey, that looks great.
Thank you. So this first section see, I'm also using the chin technique that my sister patents, um, is the Yarnaceous and Fangirl Fibers advent. It's called Holidays in Hell Creek. Um, I won this advent in a bingo game, I guess. I guess it was a bingo game. It was a knit along. And then my next one, it's all the way down here, is an advent swap. It's from about here to here. That was hosted by Creabea. So I swapped with a lovely crafter in Utah. And then from about here downward is my pearls and polish advent. So it's gotten darker, like it's gotten deeper. But in my head, it's like a fossil blanket in my mind. So like the layers of the earth aren't always the same amount. So it's like the layers of fossil and earth are growing and changing as we go deeper into different Jurassic eras or whatever. I don't know. Not really that big into dinosaurs, but that was my plan. I've got some blues going through here. Um, but I'm liking it. It's coming out pretty great.
Do you
Um,
think you're gonna have enough from this last advent?
no, because I only have 8 more mini skeins.
Oh, uh-oh.
So I'm just gonna kind of like, 'cause see, it's less than 60 inches. It's a lap blanket, so I'm hoping for 60 inches. I'm probably about just under 2/3 done. So I'm just gonna keep working on it as I go and just pop it in as colors that I work on for other projects are appropriate.
Want me to send
Like,
you some?
mm, only if they're scraps, Che, not actual mini skeins.
Well, well, I got scraps.
So I think because like I have my MCAL that I'm supposed to be working on that I haven't touched in like 4 months. They're blues, right? They're all blues and tans. So that's 4 more colors to add.
I'm pretty sure you're gonna finish that tiny granny square thing before you finish that MCAL.
That could be a thing. That is a very likely possibility. So that's what I'm doing with this. I had to adapt the pattern a lot. It's been kind of a pain in the butt. So that's why the pattern's not linked to my Ravelry page. Because I got nothing good to say about the way it's written. Thus, not saying it. Okay, that's the halfway point, Jay. You want to hit it up?
Oh yes, I have one whip.
Nice.
These are Lenny's socks. I also think she wanted blue. So she got blue. This is Cheers, I think, which is hypnotic yarn, one of our yarnables that we got from a while ago. And
No, that's summer vibes.
did I have a different one called Cheer? Oh, Cheers is the Mandy's making. You're right. This is summer vibes. Okay, this orange one, I think we both have.
Mm.
Didn't we? Did we split this? I feel like we split this.
Is that hypnotic?
Is this the orange creamsicle one?
I used mine in my design in Everybody
Right.
Cut
And
Loose.
I had to make Mrs. Johnston a pair out of it. So I don't know why I have so much left. I don't know why I have so much of this orange. I have no idea what I've used it for because it was already caked up. So it either was a split or a scrap.
No, that's not the Everybody Cut Loose one because the Everybody Cut Loose one didn't have those pink speckles in it.
Then what the heck is this? Did you
Um,
did you buy this and then give me some? This feels like a Gabz purchase. Okay, well, it's a mystery to all of us then, but Gabz said loud, so I picked loud for Lenny. So these will be her socks. I was doing 2 at a time, and I crapped out on that because it was too much with the ends and the put it the right way. I could not. I'm already slow on Magic Loop, and it was slowing me down even more. So I just moved them back over to be singles. So this is her sock number 1.
that's your only whip.
Yes.
Oh my God. Okay, well, I have 3 more whips, which is actually not that bad considering I started this year with like 15. I do have my MCAL, but we're not counting that as a whip because I haven't touched it, right? So that doesn't count. That's just storage at this point. It's just how I'm storing the yarn. Um, what I did bust back out was my Verglas shawl that I was test knitting for Larkspur Knits, which is Lindsay. I actually started the next portion of it. It is meant to be a very beautiful, luscious shawl, and that's just never going to happen. It's lovely. The design is beautiful, all those good things. It's not a shade on the designer. I just can't bring myself to want to do it because it's supposed to be 4 sock sets.
Oh.
So this is 1 sock set. This first one, it's the cream and the gold is Earl Grey Fiber Company. I think it's like honeysuckle or something. And then I started the pink. And then I have the green. And then I'm supposed to do pink again. And then 2 more main colors. Well, that's not going to happen because that's too long. I've also discovered I don't wear shawls.
Mm.
Like I own them. but I don't wear them because when I'm living my life teaching, I flop my arms too much and it falls off my body. So the solution to this is I'm going to finish this pink, pop in. Where did you go, little buddy? Uh-oh, you're gold. This purple.
Oh, there she is.
I know I have many unhinged moments that we can use for our thumbnail now. This purple, and pop that in. And then I'm going to graft this sucker together to make it a cowl.
Owl.
Because then the beautiful thing will stay on my body. And then I can use it. And it's so big, I can do this with it.
Oh.
Right? Like it goes all the way.
Wait. So you're gonna do finish green?
So I'm going to finish the green.
Okay, then
Whole,
perps.
no, a whole other chunk of this pink, and then perps.
Oh,
I know.
so you're gonna be able to double wrap it.
Precisely. And it's beautiful. It's got this lovely, she calls it barn planks, like it's got a lovely texture to it.
Hmm.
I can't. I don't want to make it bigger. Like I like it and I think the colors are beautiful. I can't, I can't do it. And this is what my like very last test knit. Right before I just decided to quit test knitting, because I got very burned out on the process. Because I'm figuring out how to couch this because I found a mistake in the pattern, reported it as you do as a good tester, and then was told wait till the finished pattern is published to get the correction. So I had to put my project in timeout until the pattern was published. So I wasn't pleased with that because that meant I couldn't like continue, right? So I lost steam on it and put the darn thing away. So
Mistake. So
yeah. And then it was Christmas time. And then I wanted to do all the Advent things. And then I was slightly miffed. So I didn't work on it.
sounds like my sister.
Yeah. 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 And that was like peak Gabz events time too. So I was like,
She was in a mood.
I don't know why Chase says I was in a mood. I'm like, this is my constant state. Okay. I'm also working on my Cozy Memories blanket, which
Oh, look at that bad boy.
I'm almost done with. I am on row 13 of 13 because it is going to be 12 by 13. 15 by 13. I originally wanted it to be 15 by 17. Then I realized that I'm not enjoying making this Cozy Memories blanket anymore, so I'm quitting it. Because it's big. Like it's a big blanket. It's not like
That's so good, Gabs.
yeah, like it's a lot. I'm gonna talk to you about my blanket like this, just like Chili.
No,
Um,
a butt.
see, this is why she thinks I'm her public enemy number one. Because
He's public enemy number one.
see, I don't even care. See, other people would be like, "Oh, is Jaylee upset with me?" I'm like, yeah, probably, whatever.
Yeah, because you don't listen to me. Che, I don't know what color this Battenberg is. The one I just talked about.
Um, so I'm almost done. My daughters also love this blanket, and they also are circling like little hyenas.
Like buzzards.
I'm like, Lottie's like, who dat for, mama? And Lenny's like, me, 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 it mine. So that's going good. They got in a fight about the blanket and they actually they stretched it out because they were playing tug of war with it.
Oh,
That's why when I posted like I need a border for this blanket, it's because the girl stretched it.
nice.
They were fighting. And I like couldn't get to because I was knitting on it and all three of us were underneath it and they started to fight and they were on my blind side. So I didn't really realize that they were fighting so aggressively until it got loud. And then I looked and I was like, what are you two? And I couldn't get to them to stop because I was holding my DPNs. So I needed to like secure the DPNs because I didn't want the girls to get like poked by them. So now I need a border for this blanket. And I know that the like way to do it is an I-cord blanket, but I'm not. I'm just not. Like, I can't remember who, I think it was Anna of Zebra Yarns. Like, it'll only take you 3 nights. And I was like, but here's the thing. If it takes me more than 3 minutes, I don't want to do it. It's like, she's right. I'm just being a brat about it because I'm absolutely like,
Nah.
put it to one, two, put it to one, two. And
Should
then there's
imagine if
like,
you even did it that whole size that you wanted to do it.
ugh. And then some people are like, oh, use the cordsmith, but I'm not gonna buy something. I'm not buying a new tool. I'm just not doing that.
Yeah.
So
Single crochet.
I'm gonna probably crochet it and then
What
call
yarn are you gonna use?
whatever scrap I get, whatever fingering weight scrap I have that just appears like in my project. Like if it's a leftover from um hopefully my MCAL or another project that I'm working on, I'm just gonna pop it in. So where I am in my other projects. Realistically, it'll probably be the scraps from our I guess our spring sock swap. It'll probably be those scraps, realistically. Um, are they gonna be insane? Is it gonna be insane? Is that a bad idea?
You would have, I think you would have enough yarn from one of the ones, but it's electric.
Okay.
I
Well,
remember that one.
we'll 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 reevaluate when we get there. So I really like it. I'm never going to make another Cozy Memories blanket because it takes too long. Because nobody ever said, look at this Cozy Memories blanket I made in 5 days. Nobody.
It's like
No.
years.
Yeah, look at this Cozy Memories blanket I finished 5 years ago when I just finished it. That, like, if you're good with long-term projects like that, this is the blanket for you. I liked it. I liked it for a long time, but it ended up just honestly got kind of boring.
I think when we discovered how like gratifying a crochet blanket is, the knitted blankets became like really not exciting.
Yeah, I've also noticed that this knitted blanket stretched after like maybe a minute of my daughter's fighting,
Hmm.
right? And realistically, my daughters aren't going to stop fighting, right? Like it's just not going to happen. But the crochet blankets that my girls have, like they're on their bed and they sleep with them and they have like they toss and they turn and they kick and Lottie's dealing with some night stuff and it's fine. Right? Like the blankets aren't as stretched as that is after 1 minute and the blankets in their beds are getting beat to death.
Mhm.
So I'm thinking crochet blankets might hold up a little bit better just because they're like knots, right? Instead of like that
Sure.
open weave. I think it's just the style of like how the stitch itself is created. It's denser and tighter.
Get going on your next Sophie's Universe then, Gabs.
No, 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 no. I've made 3 centers of the Sophie's Universe. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. But my Sophie's Universe stool is right here, and people are liking it. By people, I mean my daughters. They fight each other for it. Okay, I have one more whip. Guess what it is, Che?
Let me think. What have you been talking to me about? Give me.
Nothing. I haven't told it to you at all.
Is it my sock?
No.
Oh,
Don't get excited.
I don't know.
I started another blanket.
Put that away. Get out of here. Put that down.
So I started a coastline blanket by uh-oh. Mallory Crawl of Naughty Crawl. Naughty Crawl. Um, it's it's similar to the one that Natalie of Nitty Natty is making. I actually did use her modifications because mine was curling very aggressively, and I was not pleased about that. So this yarn in the center is Fiberology Dye Works. I think it's called I Dreamed You as an Architect or something like that. It's from her, I think, Camelot collection. And then this kind of, I don't even know, cream with blue and cream is a yarn that I will tell you about right now. It is by Solstice Fiber Studios, 100% superwash merino sea turtle, and I have 3 skeins of it. It's gonna be like, it's the border around every single one, so it's gonna be like circles, 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 circles. It's hexes. Pardon me. Yeah, so I just started that today.
Of course you did. So
Because
you using scraps again?
yes, it's gonna be my other, like my thing after my cozy memories. So
And
this blue,
Battenberg and your tiny granny square?
yeah, this blue is what I was using to knit my last square I was knitting on my cozy memories. It's
Mm.
also a blue in the granny advent. So I'm like, using the blue everywhere, and I can't use it for the DK blanket. So, and this blue had too much purple to be nice in Anthony's blanket.
Are you holding it double?
Yes, I am. So that's what I'm doing. Um, it's going great. I really like it.
I can't with you.
Why? This is a great idea, Chaley.
You're cracking me up.
This is an excellent idea. It's also,
So many blankets.
I know, I'll end up giving it to someone, but there's a tiny flaw with this square. So a hexagon has 6 sides.
Yes.
One would assume that those 6 sides are equal.
Yes.
So that would mean the amount of stitches you have around would have to be a multiple of 6.
Okay.
What isn't a multiple of 6? 17.
Oh God.
I got 17 around.
Okay.
The whole thing.
So she fudged it.
Of course I did. And I fudged it right here. Look at this teeny tiny shorty side. But if I put it on the outside of the blanket, it won't matter because it's not joining to something else, right?
Right.
It won't be an issue. So that's what I'm doing.
Was that user error?
Absolutely.
Oh, okay.
That was Gabz counted her chain up as a thing,
I see.
and it wasn't. So yes, I have 5 blankets
I need to start another blanket.
that are works in progress. 5 blankets and 2 shawls, which is why I have no whips or no FOs, because
No foes.
no. But hopefully I shall finish my cozy memories. Because oh my God, those cozy memory squares take me forever. They take me 40 minutes a square.
Yeah.
They're little suckers.
They really suck the life out of you.
Yeah.
Acquisitions? Oh, she's dying. Hold on, she'll come back to us.
What?
Acquisitions? Oh, she's still dying. Don't worry, she'll return to us. Chaley will go first. Technically, my nitty natty socks or my nitty natty yarn. Oh, she's really gone from us. That was an acquisition, but I feel like I did really good because I got it and used it right away. So it's like in out really fast. What do I want to start with? Because I feel like Gabz would want to see some of my stuff. So I have my Yarnable for this month for March. And then I shopped Blue Fiber Company's sale. So what do you want to see first? Yarnable or the Blue Fiber Company stuff?
Blue Fiber Company stuff.
Okay, so I got one of their mystery packs and I chose fingering weight. And I believe it was 50% off of the mystery pack. And so the mystery pack is already a discounted amount for what you're going to get. So I think it was like 84 is what it was. And then it was 50% off the mystery pack. So it was like 42. So I got, we'll just show them this one, which is called
Uh-oh.
Korok Forest.
Huh?
Korok. Korok Forest. I don't know what it's named after. If you know, drop a comment below. But it's this very beautiful green and blue, very naturey, and it is UV reactive. This is their fingering base, which is 80% superwash merino, 20% cashmere. Bougie, bougie. Okay. And then I also got this bad boy. This one is called Echo, and I do know how to pronounce that. So also the 80/20 superwash merino cashmere. This one I feel like would go great for your blankie, Gabs.
I mean, I only need like 17 grams. I do not need the whole thing of it
I
too.
know, I'd have to just knit it up and then give you the extras. And
Mhm.
then this is where I was really pumped because you get 3 skeins, but I got this,
That's so cool.
which is the mini skein braid, I want to call it. And it's so cute. I love it. The colors or the collection grouping is called succulents. Isn't that cute? And then I didn't send you a picture of this because I forgot. But I also bought from them this bag.
Oh my God.
Isn't this awesome?
Yes.
Sorry, can you hear the ambulance? My bad. I live very close to a hospital. But I'm super pumped about this. And this is also part of the sale, so I needed it. This is really what I put in my cart first, but then I decided I should get the mystery pack because then I got free shipping.
Nice.
I just have the Yarnable if you want to go next.
Okay, so I won a giveaway, or not even a giveaway. I attended Liz, who's the Black Knitter on YouTube and um, Instagram, and she was hosting a Black History Month make along, and I was able to go to one of them. Usually I can't go because the Zooms are on 4 Pacific on Mondays, and that's too close to the end of school for me. It's super transitiony. But one of the weeks I was on break, so I was able to go, and I went, and I didn't even know she does a giveaway for every Zoom meeting she goes to or that she hosts. I just wanted to go and see what everyone else was making, and I won, and that was exciting. It is called um this is by Sincere Sheep, so it is a local California
Oh,
dyer
cool.
in Napa. It's called the colorway is called Spring in Napa. It's Cormo fingering. Um, I've never worked with Cormo yarn before. It's a little bit more rustic than superwash merino, but I think it's because it's not superwash. But it's still nice. Like it doesn't feel like that scratchiness that you feel that like people associate wool with. So it's really nice. I think it's kind of hilarious that this went all the way to the East Coast right, because it was with Liz who lives on the East Coast just to come right back to California because we're only like what, an hour from Napa. So this is really cool. I like it a lot. So thank you, Liz, for this one. I'm excited to try it out. Do you want to do your Yarnable and then I can talk about the other one I got because it's a transition into
Upcoming bids? Yes. So I got my Yarnable for this month for March Yarnable, and I can't remember where I put the little paper, so I don't remember what the theme is. But I got this nice lavender, which I might send to my sister in case she wants a little pouchy.
I
Um,
love witches.
I'll give her I dropped it. I'll give her the pouch. And so some of the goodies are these cute little right side, wrong side markers from Paper Sushi. You see, I think you can kind of see they're little sheep, but it's like shaped like a yarn ball.
Oh, that's cute.
So those are really cute. And then I got a pin that says, "Go away, I'm knitting."
Nice.
And then it came with this super fun shampoo bar from the Natural Spa, and it's rose, lavender, grapefruit.
Ooh, those are all good flavors.
I know it smells delicious. Like I'm a huge fan of this particular smell, and I love a shampoo bar. Great for when I travel. So that is very useful. And then this is the yarn.
I like it.
I do too. So you can kind of see these like fun speckles in here, and it is called Here We Grow Again.
Like Mamma Mia.
I think it's like the rock song. Here I go again on my own. You know that one?
No, keep telling me more.
That's all I got. I know it's in Rock of Ages.
No, I know that song too.
Oh, okay. Who is that?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. But here I go. Got it. I'm behind on my yarnables. I'm so behind on my yarnables. That's okay.
So it is the Bay Area Yarn Crawl this weekend. It kicked off yesterday. I didn't go anywhere yesterday. I am doing a Bay Area Yarn Crawl vlog, and I went to a Pop of Color today, and I got this really cool, it's giving me Mean Girls vibes. It's not called that at all, but it's pink and black and gray, and it feels very kind of like mid early 2000s.
It's also kind of giving me Pink Ladies.
A little bit too. It's a little, which maybe that's why I'm thinking it's mid early 2000s, because when I was in high school, we did Grease. So
Right.
that was like my whole persona for like a year. There are some really great pictures of Gabby as 15 dressed up as a pink lady, and I wore that to school. Like just to
Yeah.
attend school, not Spirit Day, just to attend school. Yeah. This is Araucania Huasco Prism paints, and the color is Nightshade.
Ooh.
And I truly don't know that much about it. It's 75% superwash wool, 25% polyamide. Um, that's kind of all I know about it. It's got gauge and all that regular stuff, but unfortunately, the barcode tag thingamajiggy is over
Ah,
the the rest of the info. And oh, maybe can I extricate it? No, no, it's not going good. This isn't going good at all. I'll put back. Put back. I've anchored it. So I picked that up at a Pop of Color. Um, they were great. They are in Morgan Hill, so they're about half an hour from me. If you want to know the whole thoughts on the whole process, check out our vlog. That'll hopefully come out in a week or so. What are our upcoming vid plans, Che Che?
well, we definitely will have one for Knit for Food.
Mm-hmm.
Check out our promo reel. And there's
I
still
worked
plenty.
so hard on
You
that.
worked really hard. I watched it like 19 times. It brings me so much joy.
I know I've showed people too, and I think you and I are the only people who watch it.
I love it. I'm obsessed with the video. I think it's so funny. Um,
Maybe only you think I'm funny.
well, I thought you did a good job. So whatever. I will keep watching the promo reel because I love it. I have it saved in my camera reel or camera roll so that I can watch it for easy access when I need a good chuckle. So we are participating in the Knit for Food knit-a-thon next Saturday. So we will have, I think, a video for that. I can't remember if you're making it or I am, or maybe we're making separate ones.
I think we're doing it like vlog style, like camera confessionals.
Okay, great. So we're gonna do that and it will somehow come out. That will be coming up. We are racing each other. So you'll definitely have to watch that video to see who the winner is. And the link will be down below if you feel called to donating. And then thank you to the folks who have donated to it. That is super awesome. And we really appreciate that. You're also just welcome to share. You can participate yourself if you're not able to donate financially. It's just something fun to participate in, and it doesn't cost you to participate. I was supposed to have a New York vlog, but that kind of pooped out. But I can tell about that in the life updates later. I think I'm gonna try and do a craft with me like Gabz does, but we'll see if that works on my journey of how fast I can make a vanilla DK sock. I was hoping to do that in preparation. For the Knit for Food to kind of get a gauge on my time. So maybe that will be something I try to do tomorrow, and then hopefully that will come out this week. But don't hold your breath on me getting my act together. What do you got?
I have a couple Advent vlogs coming out and a couple more just craft with me's that I'm working on, as well as a book review for one of our knitting books. But I'm not that great at like positively saying I didn't like something.
Yeah, I like it.
Not that I didn't right now. Here goes me trying to not hurt anybody's feelings because I'm a millennial and was attempting to people please. Um, it's their debut novel.
Oh,
So I think there's a lot of room for growth. Like I think the plot and the idea is there. I think it just needs more time to grow, I guess.
germinate.
Yeah. I think the premise is great. I think the book reads like it needs a few more like passes through.
Okay.
But you'll get to, I haven't finished it. Maybe it takes a turn and maybe they're lulling me. But I do have a book to talk about in our, what's it called?
Reading
What,
and watching.
what we're reading and watching section.
Okay. Well, life update, what we've been doing since I last saw us. Well, here's the thing, team. I can't remember last time you saw us. I think that was before my staycation. So it's been pretty chill since then. However, this past week, I was supposed to, oh, I was in New York and New Jersey and was supposed to do a vlog. However, it started off at a very, very, very low point because I had a 7 a.m. flight and it was one of two flights. So I was going from LAX to Detroit, Detroit to LaGuardia. Okay, I'm getting on my flight. It's Delta and it's taking forever. And I hate to be that person who holds up the lines. I was trying to be like as efficient as possible. I had my coat, I had my backpack, I had my carry-on rolly, and I had my full Jamba Juice smoothie. I was ready to go. But in my haste to get out of the way and get all my stuff in, I think I squeezed my Jamba Juice smoothie too tight and popped the top, and it fell face down open all over myself, all three seats, and every single one piece of my luggage. So in my attempts to not hold up the line, I held up the entire line. And the kicker is I was in the wrong row of seats. It wasn't even my seat that I spilled on. I spilled on this other lovely woman's seat, and everyone was very kind and very understanding, as I like was in a scuffle or like I don't even shuffling around trying to clean everything up, and my legs were covered in mango go-go smoothie. My leggings were like had just smoothie all over them, and that was a 4.5 hour flight I was sitting in smoothie on. And so I got cleaned enough so that people could sit down and I could sit down. And then I just cried in my seat because I was just so embarrassed and so upset. And that was when I texted just our mom and I was like, Mom, I'm so embarrassed. She goes, Oh, Jay, accidents happen. And then I really started to cry because it was just a mess. And I was already stressed enough about this trip because I've never been to New York or New Jersey. And I had a little bit of anxiety, not a little bit, a lot of anxiety about that, trying to figure it all out. I knew it was gonna be a long day of travel. And then on my second flight, so I got to Detroit. Thank God I was able to change, and I didn't have to check the rolly bag because were starting to check the rolly bags. But it would have been horrendous if I was just sitting in smoothie the entire day. So I was able to change. So I felt a little better. I was able to eat something. I felt better after that. But then in New York that day, it was extremely windy and rainy. Like it was pouring rain all day. I think they said like 37-mile-per-hour winds. So the entire last hour of the flight from Detroit to New York was extremely turbulent. And Gabz and I both get motion sick. And so I was like, this is horrendous. And I was seriously contemplating how many more minutes I had until I threw up. So then I just willed myself unconscious and fell asleep until we landed. And then I had a 45-minute ride from LaGuardia to my hotel. So that was day one. And then the rest of my travel was kind of a dumpster fire with a lot of things going kind of awry with our transportation. And I was there for work, not for pleasure, definitely not for pleasure. It was just issues with our transportation and some of the planning. So we did not get a New York vlog because it was kind of a New York nightmare for Chately. And I am so glad I am home. I got home last night at midnight Pacific time when I had finally adjusted to Eastern time because it was also the time change last weekend. So I have just been a mess and I'm very dry because it's very dry apparently in New Jersey. So both my arms are peeling. So here I am. That's my life update. Hopefully we'll get a Hawaii vlog because Daddy is coming with me on that one. So hopefully he'll hold my smoothie for me as I get situated.
It was a little bit of a comedy of errors. Katie was texting, like the family chat, and I just was like, "Oh my God!" Like, at one point, I like looked at my husband and I was like, "Is she trolling us? Like, is she just making stuff up?" Because it was a almost or like a rom-com, right? Like when everything's going bad for the girl right before she meets this great guy and she spilled the smoothie and the thing's late and she's a mess and they lock eyes on the subway, but I don't think that happened. I think it
No,
just
she didn't fall in love.
no, I think she just like, you know.
Died inside. I died inside. Mom at one point was like, Che, are you gonna get up to go get food? And I was like, yeah, just let me find the will first to live. Because it was so bad. At one point, our bus stopped in the middle of the Lincoln Tunnel in traffic because she had the wrong directions, but decided instead of like moving and out of the way and or going in through the Lincoln Tunnel until we could get out of the way, she just stopped. Like,
So apologies to if you were in the Lincoln
I'm
Tunnel.
so sorry, that was me.
If you're like, what the heck is going on? Send Jaylee a DM and she'll tell you what they were
It
doing.
was me. And like we couldn't get through the tunnel another day because a semi got stuck in the tunnel and they had to pull it back out. And it was just so bad. And like every day there was some kind of traffic thing or some kind of issue. And I think one day I lulled you all into a false sense of security because the bad thing didn't happen till the end of the day.
Yeah, we were like, our trip is finally picked. It didn't pick up.
No. How
But
about you, Gabs? What's up?
I opened and closed Mean Girls High School Edition at Silver Creek. And for the first time ever, as my 10-year as drama teacher, we sold out our Friday night show. I actually ended up with more people who wanted to come in that I had to turn away, which is awesome. I had a kid try and sneak in. Who tries to sneak into the theater? No one. But apparently at Silver Creek, it's the hot place to be. My tickets are free for students. So, like, that's how I know he wasn't like trying to sneak in to get in for free because there's no need to, right? Like, he tried to sneak in because we didn't have any space, which is awesome. It was very exhausting and also started out as a dumpster fire, but it picked up because theater magic. I don't know why. Every year I doubt it. Every year I'm like, we're not going to make it. This isn't going to happen. And then I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. Like I can't explain theater magic to my students either. That I'm just like, it happens. You do
Together.
it. You just have to experience it. And then you're like, oh, never mind. I see why so many people love the stage and why they love performing. I'm like, you do it and you're hooked. And it was great. I got to see some of my old students from my first years teaching. And theater magic is real because they've changed their majors from criminal justice and biology to theater. Because they're like, I couldn't shake not wanting to be back in the theater.
Mm.
And they took the class with me for half a year because I was pregnant with Lottie. So they had half a year with theater and they caught the theater bug. So I came in on top on that one because we did great. And now I get to like kind of
Work
take.
on your play.
Yeah, the play's only 30 minutes and it's a murder mystery. So musicals aren't
Beast.
always, always a beast. Okay. Are you reading any good books?
Oh no.
Um,
Sorry.
I, I just read The September House and I really liked it. It's for a book club. It's not a knitting book club. It's a book club that I met through strangely exclusively pumping moms on YouTube. I'm not breastfeeding anymore, but that's how I found them. I really, really liked it. I'm listening to it on audiobook, and I won't spoil the story, but there's it's a haunted house. Like the house is an old haunted house, and the narrator does all of the haunting voices.
Give us a taste.
And here, so remember, like, and I listen to it while I drive, which you're like, cool, you're a teacher, you're done driving, you drive home from school at 4. Not when you're doing the musical, you don't. You drive home at 10:30 at nighttime on the
That's
road
not you. Yeah, it's
by
okay.
yourself with the narrator doing the creepy ghost voice. And I'm like, but I'm too scared to move to pause. It was great. I really enjoyed the book. I recommend the audiobook because of the scary ghost voice, because it really like immerses you in the story. I'm also really good at the suspension of disbelief in theater, right? Like, because I'll go along with any story. So, but I recommend the September House. It's good. It's kind of predictable how it's going to end, but most horror books, I mean, there's kind of only two ways that horror books end. Either the protagonist dies or they don't. Like, those are the options, right? So 50-50 chance of picking it. What are you watching, Che? What movies
Hmm.
or stuff?
So I binge watched a lot of things in the last 12 hours, also because I think I have not really slept due to said travel issues. So I binge watched all of the Apples Don't Fall, which is the new Peacock original based on the book by Leanne Moriarty. And I
Oh,
actually really like her. So she wrote Big Little Lies. Um, I also read her book, The Husband's Secret. She does a lot of kind of like those like housewife thrillers, if you're like, or like the suburban thrillers, which
oh,
I loved it. I think it's Apples Never Fall, and it's got Annette Bening in it and Sam Neill. Um, it was really good. So I really enjoyed it. I saw the book at Costco, so I might go get the book, but I have another one of hers, so I might kind of ditch the book I'm currently reading to read my current Leanne Moriarty book. Because I also really liked Big Little Lies. I read that too. So I binge watched that. It's on Peacock. There's only 7 episodes. I don't know if there's going to be a second season because it kind of like seemed like it finished. Um, but that was really good. And then I watched the Taylor Swift Eras Tour video, Taylor's version, all 3.5 hours of it. I get it. She's amazing. Like it was a fabulous performance, singing good, dancing excellent, lighting, costumes, the extra pyrotechnics. It's beautiful. I was really there watching her costumes, like to be honest. Because like, and then I caught myself singing along a couple times. It was mostly all the Fearless songs that I knew. I don't know a lot of her new ones. Um, so it was, and it was also her LA show that they did. So it was nice because she was like, "How you doing, LA?" And I'm like, "I'm good, Taylor. Thank you for asking." So I watched that, and then what I was just watching, actually, which I think goes because Gabs, you keep talking about hyenas, your children as hyenas. Actually, what I've been watching is Queens, which is the new Nat Geo series that is narrated by Angela Bassett, all about like animal queens. And so I'm right now watching the Queens of Africa and learning about the lions and the hyenas. And hyenas, their packs are run by the women. And it's actually they get rid of their male cubs, like they have to leave, and then the succession is by the cubs, and it's the youngest cub that is supposed to be the successor. However, sometimes the aunt swoops in and murders the youngest cub, spoilers, so that she can take over. So it's really interesting to watch. And so I've just been like obsessively watching Queens, and I can't wait to watch Queens of the Rainforest next.
you know, if you try and come for Letty, she will cut you down.
Oh, I know.
She
That's why
will.
you have to get them when they're small because the issue is real little. So like, I was like, it's so interesting, right? Because it makes sense. Like even in our family lineage, that she would be the one who would probably be like the more of an alpha. Um, So it's really, really cool. It's really cool also what like listening to like hear about how like how the male lions interact and like all their like toxic masculinity and things that they do. Cause like, did you know? I'm gonna tell you the thing now because you're probably not gonna watch it. Did you know that like male lions will murder other lion cubs to try and impregnate the lionesses so that it will only be their cubs that survive?
I did know this.
I did not know this. And I'm like, you suck, sir. I hate you.
You didn't know this? This was like a whole like weird Disney fandom thing when they applied like actual lion behavior to the Lion King, and it was this whole like Scar murdered a bunch more people, but I guess it's not really murdered because it's the animal kingdom, right? Like it's more just like killed, right?
Yeah, but like, no, because I didn't read the fandom. I just took Lion King at face value and loved it.
Well, you know Gabz, so I Googled it.
Oh, of course you did. Yeah, no, very interesting. Also, I learned that hyenas are one of the few animals that have to give consent for mating.
Well, that's good.
Yes, like they truly cannot mate unless the female consents due to their anatomy.
Oh,
It is
that
retractable. Isn't that cool?
I feel like
Welcome to our podcast.
there's got to be some sea creature that is also retractable. They
I'm
feel
sure there is. I haven't gotten to the ocean one yet, though, but I think they focus on orcas for that one because I've been watching some of the teasers on Instagram. Plus, it's like Angela Bassett, and she says things like, there's a reason they call it Mother Nature.
Oh yeah, she's very what was her character's name in Black Panther?
Queen Mother? I don't know.
Queen la shoot.
I don't know, but she's awesome and she has such a soothing voice. And I am hooked on Queens. Would recommend. It is on Disney Plus.
Okay, well, I'm not watching educational things. I'm watching a early 2000s classic called White Collar.
You're rewatching White Collar.
I basically only like USA Network 2000 shows.
Yeah.
Like I was watching Bird Notice. I'm watching White Collar. I'll probably actually, you know what I'm going to watch next? Doc Quinn Medicine Woman, which is not early 2000s. I love Doc Quinn Medicine Woman.
Love her. That's not USA, is it?
No, I have
A
no idea.
History Channel?
No, it was actually on regular like CBS or NBC or
Oh,
something like that. It
I
was
just saw
great.
an article about her and the guy who plays Sully.
Michael Lando?
Yes, they did not like each other.
No, I know.
They did not speak to each other for like years off screen.
Yeah, I know. That's why there were lots of scenes where they were like away and he was the
Wild.
yeah, and there was a whole like, I mean, if you haven't seen it by now, this was like 30 years ago, so spoilers. There was like the last season where he was like in the wilderness and they brought in the Daniel character to try and like introduce a new love interest, and then people in the 90s were like, bring our Sully back, and they sent petitions and like angry mail to the producers because they weren't getting along and he wanted like to move on from the show.
Mm, mm.
Yeah. Spoiler, if you haven't seen Doc Quinn, they get married. But like they got married in like 1995, so you're fine.
That's what we've been watching.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for joining us. I'm sure that we will continue our silliness and tomfoolery as one does. But thanks for watching. Catch you next time. Bye.